Hey, I'm Rob Proctor, broker and owner of At Home Real Estate Company located here in Northern Colorado and your hometown real estate professional. Hey, I make new videos all the time, so make sure you subscribe and you'll be notified when new ones become available. I'm here at Mountain Valley Bank with Chris Coley. He's a loan originator, and we're going to attack some questions that I think some buyers are saying nowadays, and especially with the way the market's been going here. So, are you ready, Chris?
I'm ready.
Okay, so here's your first question.
Okay.
In this real estate market, with high interest rates and low inventory, what do you tell buyers as they're going through the home purchase process?
Well, it's sometimes it can be a tricky situation. Rates change every day, sometimes multiple times in a day. So I would like them not to focus so much on what's going on with the interest rate, but focus on the payment that they're going to have for that purchase price that they're looking for. The low inventory also makes it more difficult as well. There's just as many buyers out there, but less homes for sale. So they need to be ready to go and make an offer as soon as they can. So I encourage all buyers to go ahead and fill out a loan application, get the credit check, submit asset and income documentation to their lender so that they're ready to make an offer and can move as soon as a house comes up on the market.
So definitely be pre-approved before you even go look.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of good sense there.
Yeah.
Hate to have to find a house and you find out later you can't qualify for it.
Right. Or you have some buyers that have found a house and say, hey, we want to go see it, but they need a pre-approval letter just to set up a showing, and they haven't even made an application yet. So they're putting the cart in front of the horse and probably lengthening that offer process and may not be as successful in getting their offer accepted.
Do you see buyers out there doing that, of not getting pre-approved before they go look?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of buyers that are all looking online right now, right?
Yeah.
So they're on the internet, they're looking at houses, and maybe just thinking that they want to go ahead and purchase something. They can probably figure out what their mortgage payment is going to be with all these online calculators today. And so they know, okay, here's the purchase price we want to take a look at. But they're hesitant in getting the loan application started. They don't want their credit pulled right away. They don't want to submit all this documentation. But again, if they're out there and they want to make an offer and they haven't been pre-approved, then they got to go back to the beginning and start all over before they can even make an offer.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely you got to make sure that, myself as a realtor, I want to make sure that my client is very prepared for the buying of a house, but also being in first place. You don't want to be, okay, another buyer out there and you're competing, and just because you didn't get pre-approved, you don't get the house.
Right, and there's a lot of options out there for loans for these buyers. And I think it's important that they know their options prior to going out and looking at.
A lot of home buyers say they are waiting for lower rates before they buy. What do you say to them?
They're missing out. Again, don't focus on the interest rate. Think about the amount of equity that they're missing out on by not owning a home now and just waiting. The appreciation in the market keeps going up, and we're seeing a lot of wealth being created right now for homeowners. And if they're sitting on the sidelines waiting for an interest rate to drop down a little bit, they're missing out on all that wealth building in a home.
So really what you're saying is marry the home and not the mortgage.
Marry the house and date the rate.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Because you can, when it does go down, you can refinance.
True, and there's other options as well. If they're really focused on that rate, take a look at maybe a permanent rate buy down or a 2-1 buy down. I have a lot of buyers right now that are looking at the 2-1 buy down. It's very attractive. That makes the first 2 years lower rate and a lower mortgage payment so they can get into that home now. And you're right, they can refinance at any time once those rates come down.
Yeah, yeah. I remember way back when I had a really huge rate, and it seemed like every 9 months it was coming down, and I was refinancing every 9 months.
Oh yeah, we've been there.
So yeah, it's like, okay, be ready. Nowadays, a lot of homeowners don't have a lot of cash, or especially first-time home buyers, don't have a lot of cash for down payment. What would you suggest that they do?
Well, you don't need 20% down to buy a home, and that's a common misnomer. With a lot of first-time home buyers, they think they need to save 20% to purchase a home. They can get into a home with as little as 3%. Yes, you're going to have monthly mortgage insurance, but many times just the presence of monthly mortgage insurance will actually lower the interest rate. So don't discount the fact that you don't have 20% down. Take a look at all your options. 10, 15, even just 3 or 5% down can get you into a home now. The one thing with monthly mortgage insurance is as soon as you reach a 80% loan to value, or you have 20% equity in that home, by market appreciation and paying the principal balance down, once you reach that threshold, you can eliminate that monthly mortgage insurance. That's on conventional loans. VA loans don't have any monthly mortgage insurance, so veterans have a definite advantage there. With FHA loans, you do have monthly mortgage insurance, and you can't get rid of that unless you refinance out of that loan. However, take a look at FHA too if you just have 3.5% down, because the interest rates are a little bit lower.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What about, are there any down payment assistance programs out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of down payment assistance programs, but take a look at those. Ask your lender, because some of them are a little restrictive. With you have to be within the 80% of the area median income, or it has to be in a certain area. USDA is one good option, but you have to be in a rural area. So there's a lot of programs out there, and they're definitely worth taking a look at.
I think the key thing you said, talk to your mortgage professional.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Here's one that I have every now and then. Is I have a buyer that wants a new home. However, they need to sell their existing home before they can purchase the new one. So what are the options out there regarding a loan?
Well, many times you can do a simultaneous close. So they can sell their house the same day that they're purchasing the new home. So that loan, we know that loan on the exit property, I'll call it, is going to be paid off. So we're not counting that payment against them. Once they get a contract, they're under contract, and we can move forward with the purchase of their new home and close that same day.
Okay.
If they have a lot of equity in the home they're selling, we can look at a bridge loan or a home equity line of credit, or a HELOC, and leverage that equity to allow them to at least have down payment and closing costs on the next home, knowing that HELOC and that exit property that they're selling will be paid off. Okay. So there's a few options there for those folks.
And with the HELOC or bridge loan, that kind of allows them to maybe go into this saying, hey, we're kind of purchasing it with cash, right?
That's true. Yeah, it depends on how much equity they have. But then again, I'll go back to our first point of why buyers shouldn't wait for interest rates to come down, because homeowners now have a lot of equity in their homes. So utilize that home equity now while you can, and find that dream home. Whether you're moving up or moving down, it's a good tool to be able to use to finance that new home.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I think everything we touched today are things that buyers need to know out there.
Yeah. It's a volatile market right now, as we mentioned, low inventory and higher interest rates. But don't wait to get into the market. Get into the market now. Don't worry about the rate. Marry the house, backdate the rate.
Well said. Well said, Chris. Well, I guess that's all we got. So Chris, thank you.
You bet, Rob.
Appreciate it. And hey, if you want to contact Chris, we'll have his information below. And also, if you have any other real estate questions, whatever, my information